Hello, this is Nikki in Niagara, coming to you from Niagara Falls, Canada. And today we're going to take a look at a Creative Haven book. This is Birds, Color by Number by George Toufexis. This is one of his earlier books. At the beginning we have pictures, the inside pictures. We have finished pictures of what they look like, and down the side here we have the color palette. I think this is smaller than the current books. There's 24 here. This is a Dover publication, obviously. On the back cover we have a partially covered picture. There are over 45 illustrations in this book. Usually that means there's 26. And this is an original publication of 2015. So we have an introduction and tips and techniques on how to do Creative Haven's Color by Numbers. And hopefully the pictures will show up well enough for you on here. The pictures here are perforated and on Creative Haven paper, which is very nice. I do think that the color by number paper is just a little bit more, it's just a teeny bit better than the regular Creative Haven books. It could be just me who is feeling them that way, but I have always thought that. So down here on the side of the page it tells you what you're looking at. This is a cedar waxwing. Well, that's kind of handy and nice to know. The pages are single-sided, and therefore you can use whatever medium in these you want. I think this paper will take a bit of a beating, so I would definitely use water-based media on it as long as I didn't get it too wet. I personally have used water-based markers in here and they're fine. The illustrations themselves are done in kind of a medium shade of gray. This helps and so are the numbers. So the numbers are in the same color, and they're small and in the corner of a piece. So this makes Creative Haven's Color by Numbers have a distinct look to them, because the lines and the numbers are much less visible as they are in the majority of Color by Number books. George Toufexis is a wonderful illustrator, and while this book seems to be a lot less detailed than the current books that he's coming out with, it still does have considerable amount of detail and small spaces to get into. A fine liner is good for those spaces. Now, all the pictures are within a frame. You'll find that happens most times with Color by Number books. The pictures are in both portrait and landscape, and as with all Creative Haven books, the pages are perforated. I don't recommend a Creative Haven Color by Number book as your first color by number. You may find it a little frustrating because of the detail, but as it says in the beginning of the book, it says that these are for advanced colorists. So if you consider yourself in that category, or in that category of color by numbers, then these are the books for you. These are lovely. I mean, there's only so many poses you can put birds in, but the backgrounds are varied. And the rest of the pictures are on the inside front cover, so you can see what a picture is supposed to look like if you follow their color guide. So once again, this is Creative Haven's Birds Color by Number by George Toufexis.